It's time for a channel reset. What on earth does that mean? Why is a YouTuber resetting his channel? And there's plenty of reasons behind that. There's a lot going on in the world right now. There's a lot going on in my life right now. And it means that I need to reset my channel a bit. And that's a good thing. It might sound like a bit dramatic. It might sound like it's like the whole world's falling apart. We're just going to start from scratch again. But that's not what we're talking about today. What we're talking about today is that my channel needs a little bit of freshness and little bit of extra life in it, because things have been tough around here in the last few weeks, the last few months, and it's the same for everybody across the world. And sometimes you just need to take stock, step back and say, you know what this channel needs? This channel needs a little bit of a reset. And that's what we're going to be doing today in this video, as we take the Tokyo Butter 23 sneaker channel and give it a little bit of a reset so that it's better for you, the viewer out there, and for me, the content creator. So let's get into that right here, right now, and reset this channel. This is the Tokyo Butter 23 sneaker channel. Tokyo Butter 23 sneaker channel. Des, Mainichi Absoluno de Mainichi Meeting Aside. Every single day from Tokyo, Japan, I bring you content about upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news, and sneaker reviews, except for the odd couple of moments when I'll take a little step aside and say, you know what, we're not going with a sneaker today. And just this morning I said, you know what I need to do is I need to reset this thing. I need to reset the channel. And there's one main reason for that, and that one main reason is going to have a lot of different things going on out there in the world. It's going to change the channel ever so slightly, and it's going to have a few challenges that come along the way, a few ramifications for the channel. But what we're talking about is we're talking about what everybody's talking about on the planet right now. You cannot escape from the news. You cannot escape from what we're talking about, and that is the coronavirus. Everybody knows what's going on with that. Now, I myself, gosh, it must have been about 6 weeks ago, I started doing these live shows in the morning to talk about the coronavirus, because it was a big thing out here in the Far East where I am here in Tokyo, Japan, and it wasn't such a big thing globally at the time, but things really calmed down here, and as they calmed down here, man alive, things went a bit wild across the rest of the world, and now that's kind of coming full circle, and it seems to be coming back to the Far East one more time. So the whole world is now aware of what's going on with this coronavirus situation, and it has affected everybody out there. There's not really that many places in the world where it isn't causing problems. In fact, as far as I know, there are 7 countries in the world that have 0 cases at the moment. But those countries are places like the Yemen, south of Saudi Arabia, which I think has had a civil war for as long can be. There's a little ting there to say yes. And North Korea. So if it's places like that that are saying that they don't have a case yet, you can kind of maybe say, maybe they do have a case yet. So the entire planet has been affected by this coronavirus situation, and it's affected me and it's affected my channel. And because of that, there's one particular thing I'm like, you know what, I'm not comfortable with that. I need to reset that on my channel. So to understand what we're talking about, I do daily videos for YouTube every single day, but I also have a full-time job, and I live overseas away from the country where I grew up, the UK, and I have a young family at home. So I'm a very, very busy man, as you are, the viewer at home, very, very busy. You have your lives to lead and stuff like that. It's not an excuse for why we're doing this channel reset. It's just the facts of those situations. But all of that together, plus the coronavirus, was a little bit too much for me, especially in terms of work, because I used to, work 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, and I still have my job. I've not lost my job or anything like that. So you, the viewer out there, fear ye not. Everything's fine in those kind of terms, and everything's stable in my life. My family's still very stable, and things are going really well out there, in terms of my personal life and in terms of my professional life. So it's not that. It's just really hard to keep the content coming every single day. And I'm actually very proud of the fact that I have kept the content going every single day, and I plan to keep doing that. So again, you, the viewer out there, the regular viewer out there. Now, there are a few regular viewers out there that I need to give a quick shout out to who have stayed with me right the way through this. And it's particularly these guys who I'm thinking about when I think about this channel reset. And what I'm talking about is I'm talking about Cam Row Drone. I'm talking about Hiking Deep. I'm talking about Brannon. I'm talking about Low Rains. I'm talking about TKD. I'm talking about AMZ Life. I'm talking about Tyke. It might be TK. If it's TK, I'm sorry, TK. It's Tyke or TK. I'm I'm talking about Seabass Photos. I'm talking about Beach Life 78. I'm talking about Ali Mac. I'm talking about Mo Gaines. I'm talking about anybody out there who drops me regular content on my videos. You stayed with me through these last like 4, 5, 6 weeks when it's been really tough to bring you guys that content. It's been really hard to maintain this kind of vibe that we're on, that we're going with this daily drops about sneaker videos on YouTube. Very hard, and I've managed to keep it going. But what I haven't managed to do is to be so on it with social media and stuff like that. I'm not doing a good job with the social media side of things, and I'm doing an absolutely terrible job as far as it goes to comments and replying to people's comments, and that's where the big reset needs to come. So the channel's not really going to change that much. The green screen's going to stay. The daily strops, yes, have a daily strop. But my 2-year-old does have a daily strop. The daily drops are still going to be there. It's always going to be about sneakers front and center. Hopefully we'll still get some content from people overseas and the viewers out there, reporters in the field, as I like to call them. All of that's not changing, but what's going to change is I'm going to try and really get back on it as far as social media goes and as far as those comments, because people are dropping me comments and they've stayed with me even though I haven't been replying to comments and even though I haven't been acknowledging them. And one of the big things that has been a struggle for me is that I want to reply to every single comment. And until about 4 weeks ago, I had. For a year and a half, I'd replied to every single comment that had been dropped on every single video. You can go back and have a look. Pick a video from 2 months ago, go ahead, look down in the comments and see. Talking about a 23, replying to every single comment. But then when this whole coronavirus thing kicked off, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't keep up with the pace of it. And now what I'm stuck with is that I have to make that decision about whether or not I do go back 4 weeks, 6 weeks ago and check out the videos that I didn't get to the comments on and try and catch up. Or, and this is what I am going to do I just cut right here, put my little flag in the sand and say, I'm sorry. I apologize to you guys who commented on my videos for the last 6 or 8 weeks. I'm not going to reply to them. If I try and reply to those comments, it's going to take me forever to catch up, and it'll just be what the Japanese call an akujunkan, which is like a vicious cycle where I'll just be trying to reply to video comments from weeks ago, and that means I won't be able to reply to the comments on these videos, and then I'll get behind in these comments, and then it'll just cycle out of control again. I need to just put my put a stake in the sand, draw a line right here and say we're done. I apologize for all those comments. I read every single one. I still have a notification on my phone when I get comments on the videos. I still get that. Some YouTubers turn that off when they get to a certain size and there's so many comments coming in that they don't want an email. They just deal with it through the YouTube interface. But I still get that email notification every time a comment comes in, and I read every single comment, and I have read every single comment. So if you have dropped comments for the last few weeks on my channel and you haven't been getting replies, thank you for dropping those comments, and do know that I have read them and I have appreciated them and I am grateful for them. But replying to them is just something I haven't been able to get around to recently, and I am going to start doing a better job on that in the future. And the other half of that is the social media side, especially on Instagram. My channel is very active on Instagram, not so much on Twitter, never been able to work it out, definitely not on Reddit, I got kicked off of that. But as far as Instagram goes, that's where I push my main sort of content on social media. Please do follow me and Tokyo About It 23, same as this channel. And for that matter, get over to Twitter, Tokyo About It 23 there as well. I think I have like 50 followers. It's embarrassingly small. Whereas on Instagram, it's like 1,500 followers. I just can't work Twitter out. So getting back on that social media vibe, getting back on Instagram, getting back to replying to the comments as fast as I possibly can, and not getting kind of snowballed and out of control. And that's what I mean about this channel reset. It's been hard, it's been hard for everybody. Everybody out there, I think, is in the same boat. They're really trying to adjust to a different way of life. Like I said, with my work, I used to work Monday to Friday, a really solid straight line. I would commute to work, so in the mornings and the afternoons, I'd be able to, do stuff on social media while I was commuting on the train. like that, but that's all been thrown out the window. We're distance working here. They call it telework here in Japan. So I'm not, coming in to work on a regular basis. I don't have that rhythm in my life anymore. So it's really hard to make the content. It's really hard to post the content, and it's especially hard to promote it on social media or getting replies to those comments down below. But I'm gonna do my best to come back at it, get the energy going again. Like I said last week, we're standing up now instead of sitting down as I have been for the last wee while, and hopefully all of that's going to combine together, and what we're going to end up with is better content, a better connection between me, the content creator, and you, the viewer, and just a better, people being satisfied all around. And like I said, I listed a bunch of guys earlier, and there are tons of people as well, other people who have dropped comments on my channel, and there's people who do it regular and people who do it in the one-off, and I appreciate all of them. I even appreciate the negative ones. Somebody hit me up with a really negative comment about Nike LeBron 17s, especially the lows, because I hammered the lows. Let me think, what did he call me? He said something that really struck with me. He said, man, it was something like, not your cover's blown or something, or you've been found out or something like that. It's going to bug me what he actually said. But I really wanted to reply. Anytime I get a negative comment, I reply to those as well. And I engage people in conversation about those things because I want to know what people are thinking. And I don't have a problem with, confronting the negative side of things. So, but I never got around to replying to that comment, so it wasn't because I don't appreciate the negative comments or I try and ignore them. It was because I just didn't get around to it. Usually I pin them, to be honest. I'm a fan of the negative comments, shall we say. So yeah, I want to get back on that. I want to do a better job of engaging on the comments and engaging with you guys, the viewer out there. So I apologize for the really I'm not doing a great job over the last few weeks. I'm sure, just like the coronavirus, this thing isn't just going to suddenly turn around and I'll be doing a great job as of this moment. It'll take a while to sort of come down off of it, but I do want to do a better job. I do want to engage with you guys out there. I hope you haven't, been saying to yourself, why is this not what it used to be with the channel? And hopefully you guys are there to stick by it and say, you know what, let's come back hard, let's come back strong, let's do a better job of this thing. So that's what we're doing today. We're putting our little marker down, we're drawing a line in the sand, and we're saying it ends here. We do a better job on the comments, we do a better job on social media. So let's put that down there. I've said it, I'm going to post it up there. I can't hide from it once it's up there on YouTube, so you can call me to account if I don't do a good job of engaging with you guys, the viewer out there. So that's what we're doing today. We're resetting the video, we're resetting the channel, I should say, and we've done that. I've kind of made it clear why we're doing this. Hopefully I've given a shout out to the people who have been there sticking with me while it's been these hard few weeks and months, and hopefully we've turned that corner and things will come back to the way we need them to be. For now though, it's time to stay safe, it's time to stay home, it's time to stay healthy. There's a good chance that things are going to kind of kick off here in Tokyo, Japan. You'll see us in the news over the next few days, so let's just stay with it and do the best that we can. But for now, it's time for me to do what I do at the end of every single video, which is say thank you guys for checking out my content. But because I do this every single day, that means that you are guaranteed to see me tomorrow.